Spanning over 1.5 million acres, the Mark Twain National Forest covers parts of central and southern Missouri. Today, we're going to discover just a small portion of some beautiful trails and some beautiful scenery of what this forest has to offer. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jeep Exploring. I'm Tim, and currently I am somewhere where you never catch me at. Usually I let the drone do all the work, but I am on top of a fire tower around this amazing view. And just right below, I guess you could say the living quarters or whatever, they've got it locked, but I'm up as tall as you can go, and this is the first fire tower I have climbed all the way up top. Always before I've made it to like the second story, and yeah, if anybody knows me, they know I don't do fire towers, but I braved it for once. So sometimes you got to conquer your fears, so here's to that. But this is actually one of probably two towers we're going to do today. This one is called Sketchy Tower. It's just outside of the Peck Ranch down here by Winona, Missouri. And it's a little hike to get to it, but real easy hike, just a little uphill. But why you can't drive all the way up here to it is beyond me, but it is what it is. So anyways, wind feels good up here, I give it that, but my legs and booty are shaking a little bit, so may have to crawl down all the way down my butt on this thing. We'll see, but see if I can turn this around and show you the view going down. Yeah, that's a long way down. Anyway, well, I'm gonna start making my way down, and we got a fun-filled day. We're gonna try to see if third time's a charm for getting up to Dillard Mill and doing the Huzzah Creek trail that goes through. It's got a little railroad tunnel through it. I think it's actually like a giant culvert, but either way, we want to check it out. But we've tried twice to get up there now and either ran out of time, or like last week, we got flooded out of camp and had to evacuate, and we just went home. So that was a second strike. So today we're going to try number 3 and see what happens. Like I said, hopefully third time's a charm, but we'll see up the trail. First trail in the area we decided to check out on Onyx Off-Road is labeled Roller Coaster. We came across a man with his hunting dog, and his dog decided he wanted to be our trail guide for at least another quarter mile up the trail. So we followed behind him and took in the scenery. Well, I think we found a rut row moment. We took the trail that comes down, man, these gnats are bad, to close down to a river bottom, and this goes farther than I can see it, and it looks like a jungle. So we may just end up turning around and going back the other way, because I don't know what that persists, and we get out there too far, it's going to be hard to winch on to Steve and them. So I think we may just have to turn around. I don't know how deep this is, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we decided we're going to turn around. It's just a little too sketchy for us, and it's getting right down by the river bottom, so there's no telling how flooded that could be and everything. And so we're backing up. She's backing up. We're going to turn around, and there's a little bit easier route that's on top of the mountains, I guess you could say. And we're going to take that route a little bit easier, because we got a lot of other stuff we want to do and don't want to spend all day on this trail here. So we'll see you up the road. So we finally made it to Dillard Mill. Third time's a charm. We've had a couple videos we done a while back. One of them, Jen and I went to Pickle Springs, and then a couple weeks ago last week we done some trail cleanup, and it was going to come up here, and we got flooded at camp and evacuated, so we just went home. But we finally hike into this mill, and it decides to start pouring rain, so we're taking shelter under some trees, but you can see it back there. We just gotta get back to it once it starts pouring, or stops pouring.
I was like, starts? It already is.
Yeah.
On the mill, this mill was constructed
they did put in what was considered a modern day mill. So it has the steel roller mills to do the grinding instead of a burr stone, and it's powered by an underwater turbine instead of a water wheel. That was the two things that made it modern day. It's also fully automated, so it has 10-cup elevators that carried the wheat to the machines upstairs. The wheat came down by gravity-fed chutes directly from one machine to the next, and was moved left and right by screw-type augers, so it only took one person to operate the entire mill. Marie was actually the known miller back then, which was unheard of, being as that was pre-war. Again, the mill is still operational. They will be running the mill as soon as that tour comes up from the basement. So you'll get to see everything in motion, but when he does, remember that it is still water powered. It's still powered by the original turbine it was built with. Once it's up and going, feel free to move around, see everything in motion. Just be mindful where you're at all times. My name is Cindy, and the other tour guide that will be coming up is Luke. If you have any questions, I'll already know one of us.
Okay.
In the meantime, feel free to look around.
I know. I love the smell of history. See the water out the window. This is almost green. Alright guys, well this was the Dillard mill. We finally got to see it. It's definitely pretty. And it was awesome that we got to go on the inside and see the mill running and everything. They do have a guided tour that's an hour long. We don't really have time for that today, but they'll take you upstairs and down in the basement and give you a full history tour. So if you're into the historical aspects of this, which we are, but we just don't have the time. But yeah, come here and take the tour. It's $5 a person, but we're going to enjoy this waterfall and enjoy this beautiful mill. And then after we leave here, we're going to go hit the Huzzah Creek Trail and see what it has to offer for us. And then who knows what from there before we make our way back. So stay tuned. certain times of the year in the Ozarks, sometimes you'll find more turtles and potholes on these back roads. Jenna had to get her wildlife fix on and stop and help this turtle out across the road.
I had a feeling that's why she was stopping.
Had to get her wildlife fix for the day. We making our way just up the road here after the train tunnel. That was pretty cool, but most of the days it's been a lot of dirt roads. We was out just in the Mark Twain National Forest trying to find some trails that was onyx and just see what they was about, and really not too exciting. We had a lot of in-between highway driving on these trails, so some cool sights and everything today. The mill was cool, but nothing that was just mind-blowing far trail wise. But that's what it's all about, getting out. But we're headed now to St. James, to a place called Rich's Famous Burgers. Jenna's been there. The last video she did solo without me, they went there, and they have, it's called a jam burger, and it's a jalapeno. What's a jalapeno?
It's just spicy jam and then peanut butter on a burger.
Yeah, spicy jam and peanut butter on a burger. They say it's amazing. I may try it, I don't know. I'm pretty picky. I'm usually a ketchup only guy, but we're gonna go there and eat, and I'll check it out and see if it's any good, and then we'll end it after that. A kniff.
Trying to wrap it.
Well, we got finished eating up the burgers. They all got the jam burger. I did not. I wussed out. I don't know, there's something about peanut butter with strawberry and jalapeno jam on a burger. This doesn't sound good to me, but everybody swears by it. I just got the Western burger, but even the Western burger is pretty amazing. Jenna got her some peanut butter and strawberry jam to go, so she has some at home, I guess. But anyways, if you're ever in St. James, definitely recommend eating there. The burger's amazing. But you can see it's pouring down rain. We got a 2-hour drive home. It's a Sunday, so we got to get up and go to work. So we're going to end it here and start heading that way. And yeah, in this lovely weather. So at least it didn't do it earlier. So anyways, we appreciate you guys, and let us know if you would try one of these burgers or not.
And we're gonna melt, just so you know.
Yeah. So anyways, we will see you guys next time. As always, keep exploring. We'll see you next trip. Thanks.